A whistleblower is demanding an investigation into the United Nations. She accuses the organization of practices that endanger Chinese human rights activists and their families back home. NTD's Juliet Song has the story.
A whistleblower is calling for an investigation into the United Nations. She says in 2013, her boss at the UN Human Rights Office asked her to hand over the names of human rights activists to China.
I was shocked that it was even being considered. Honestly, I assumed it would never happen.
The scandal comes amid growing global concerns about Communist China's increasing influence over UN agencies. Riley says once the Chinese Communist Party has the information, it tries to stop the rights activists from attending UN human rights meetings.
People whose names were handed over have reported that their family members were forced to call them to tell them not to attend. Some of their family members were arrested, arbitrarily detained, tortured, and in some cases even died in detention.
She knows of 20 or 30 such people. Among them is Doken Isa, president of the World Uyghur Congress, and Geng He, the wife of China's highest-profile human rights lawyer Gao Zhisheng. The UN confirmed to the Chinese mission that both were accredited to attend a 2012 Human Rights Council session. Doken Isa says his family members are pressured and harassed by Chinese police when he attends UN sessions. In China, more than 1 million Uyghurs and other Muslim minorities are held in re-education camps. Lawyer Gao Zhisheng has been nominated for Nobel Peace Prizes 3 times. He's been repeatedly arrested and tortured since 2004.
In 2012, when nobody knew where he was, and when the independent UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention was writing letters to the Chinese government asking to know where he was, another part of the UN was handing over his wife's name to China and telling them that she planned to attend sessions of the Human Rights Council.
The Chinese regime will go to any lengths to prevent activists from attending UN meetings. In 2013, a Chinese human rights defender, Cao Shunli, was arrested at the Beijing airport before a flight to Geneva. She was detained, denied medical care, and died in custody. Riley isn't sure if this activist's name was handed to China, but she said it shows the kind of measures they'll take to stop activists from attending UN human rights meetings. In 2013, when Riley found out about the practice, she reported to the upper management at the UN. The response she got was,
"They said that I should trust the political judgment of the person taking it."
She said the UN only provides such information to China.
Every other member state who asked who would be attending a UN meeting, whether the Human Rights Council or any other meeting, was always told that it's UN policy not to share that information.
Riley thinks the UN approached this entirely as a political issue.
China wanted this information. China is a powerful member state. In order to not antagonize China, the information would be handed over.
In public, the UN denied her accusations. However, in a written response to watchdog group UN Watch, it says the UN Human Rights Office does not confirm the names of individual activists accredited to attend UN Human Rights Council sessions to any state, and has not done so since at least 2015.
The UN ethics mechanisms actually put in writing that it was unreasonable for me to think that any of those basic principles of the UN Human Rights Office could ever trump the mere possibility of a better political relationship with the Chinese delegation.
In an internal document, UN Ethics Office said Riley's case falls into a category called ethics and programming, i.e., an area where OHCHR's senior management had to make difficult choices between building and maintaining a working relationship with member states and its human rights advocacy. Riley warns that human rights activists that go to the UN Human Rights Council need to be aware that their names might be handed over so that they can assess the risk. In blowing the whistle on the practice, Riley took a risk herself.
I knew that it wouldn't do my career any favors, but I think that if anyone who works in human rights is prioritizing their own comfort and safety over the lives and integrity of human rights defenders, then I think they're probably in the wrong profession.
Riley said she was ostracized, defamed, and transferred to a post with no functions. She can't sue the UN because of diplomatic immunity. She can only appeal to the UN's internal court, and will have a closed-door hearing next week. Reporting by Juliet Song, NTD News.